Is this thing on? Hi everyone, my name is Megan and I blog at welcometothe.zoo.ca. One of the things I blog about there is home daycare and setting up and running your own home daycare and the policies and guidelines that it's a good idea to keep in mind and how to make things go more smoothly so that you can really enjoy your time making money at home while caring for your own kids and providing a service to other parents. And so lately we've been answering questions that you, the viewers and readers of welcometothe.zoo.ca, have sent in. And so I just got an email last week from Katie, and I want to read this to you because I know a lot of you watching this will have some great advice for Katie. So let me read her email to you. Hi Megan, I loved reading your blog when I was deciding on returning to keeping children at home, and you had tons of influence on my decision. So here I am sitting at the table while my kiddies sleep. I recently left a director's position of a child care center due to the fact that it demanded more than I could give. I have 3 girls and a bonus son, and it's hard enough being a mom. Anyway, I created a website and Facebook page and logo to make my in-home child care seem as legit as possible. Since I've opened in November 2015, I've been slammed with children, but I'm very choosy about who I let into my home. So I currently have 3 children, not including my own 2, that stay home with me. The other 2 are in school. For the most part, I love it, and I'm glad I made this decision. Recently, I am overwhelmed and drowning. I have policies and I have enrollment forms. I have tried to do this business-like as possible. However, I am too nice. I have 2 families that I think are taking advantage of me. My hours are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. That's 12 hours a day. One woman picks up her daughter, ranging in times from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. She calls and asks if she can go to the grocery store before she comes, or she calls and asks if she can rearrange her new furniture that was just delivered. I always say, yes, sure. Kick me now. Ugh. This has turned into overnight visits, which is not easy on me. I have my own children. Then I have another lady who wants me after 6 p.m. on some weeknights and every single Saturday. How do I make my boundaries clear and stick to them? This is affecting my well-being and my family. I'm not able to take care of my own children, and it really stresses me out. It makes me want to quit and look for another job because I'm too much of a pushover. Help. Any advice? Well, Katie, I feel for you. I really, really feel for you. I know many of us have been in the same situation where there are certain families, daycare families, whether they're people that we knew before we started or maybe they're friends of friends, and we try to be extra nice and go a little bit out of our way for them and make things easier for them. And but once we start down that path of bending our rules a little bit, they can really start to take advantage of that. And I've been in that situation. I know probably just about every other daycare provider has been in that situation as well. And the advice that I have for you, Katie, is probably not going to be easy to take, and it's just this, that you need to put your foot down. This is really infringing on your family time, and even getting into kids' activities in the evening if parents aren't picking up until 8 p.m. or even expecting you to keep their kids overnight. You kind of got to wonder when they're actually getting their parent time in too, right? And spending time with their own child. So here's what I would suggest. I would suggest that you just start clean on Monday morning. It's the middle of the week now, but when this is being filmed, but I would start on a Monday and just say, okay, Monday morning, you know what, friend? I've got to start making some boundaries because my work life is infringing on my family life. And you know what? You can put it all on yourself and say, I feel that, this is taking up too much of my time or whatever, as opposed to saying, I feel like you're, pushing me around and taking advantage of me. Sometimes it's easier when we're explaining how it makes us feel as opposed to, playing the blame game kind of thing. But say it's too much, it's infringing on my family time, and I'm not able to do the things with my kids and my family, my husband, that I want to do. And here's the thing, it may offend that daycare parent. They may get mad, and they may say, you know what, I'm going to look for another daycare provider. But here's the thing, what you're doing is choosing between your family and a client. And in my opinion, every single time, your family is what needs to come first. So if you are being taken advantage of and your hours are going way over your open hours, then a choice has to be made. And I would really, really encourage you to choose in favor of your family. In a year or two, this isn't going to matter at all to that daycare family. That family, the parent who's taking advantage, they may be onto a different daycare, they may be doing something completely different, their child may be in school, and it's not going to make a difference to them. It will, however, make a difference to your kids and the memories that they have of these few short years while they're children and while they get to have you at home with them. So I think it's so much more important to err on the side of giving your family what they need. Yes, having a child stay 2-3 hours past your closing time and even asking for overnights and Saturdays, weekends, that's way too much, way too much. So I would really encourage you to just put your foot down, start fresh, understand that may mean that you lose a friend and a client, you may lose a daycare parent, but that's okay because you're choosing your family. And I know it's really, really hard. I've been there. I know it's a really, really difficult thing to have to say, but it needs to be done. And I think many other daycare providers who have been in your shoes would say exactly the same thing. But I would invite other daycare providers, if you're watching this, I would love to hear what your answer would be. And how would you recommend that she go about letting the parent know? I am suggesting it's just a face-to-face conversation at drop-off on Monday morning. What would you suggest? Would you put something in writing? Would you tell the parent, that they need to start adhering to your business hours or they're out? What would you suggest? Please leave a comment either in the comment section below or even email me at megan@welcometothe.zoo.ca. So thank you very much, Katie, for that question. I know that's going to help so many people that are not just doing daycare right now, but the beauty of the internet is that this is going to be around for a long time. So for years to come, daycare providers that find themselves in that same situation are hopefully going to be empowered to take action and to set those boundaries or reinforce those boundaries with their daycare families. So thank you very much for sending in that question. I would love to hear your question, any struggles that you're having, any issues. If you have any tips or tricks maybe for new daycare providers starting out, or again for how to enforce boundaries and how to enforce your guidelines, I would love to hear them. Again, email me or leave a comment in the comment section below. And before I let you go today, I just wanted to let you know about a brand new forum on the welcometothe.zoo.ca blog. So if you visit welcometothe.zoo.ca/forum, you'll see there is lots of discussion going on where it comes to home daycare and how to run your home daycare, discipline, dealing with parents, all sorts of wonderful conversations are going on. It's a brand new feature on Welcome to the Zoo, and I'm excited to be able to connect providers because even we could be in different countries, we could be in different time zones, we could be on opposite sides of the world, but if we can provide support for one another in this way, then that's a great thing, because being a home daycare provider quite often means that you're not necessarily talking to a lot of other adults during the day, and questions come up, concerns, even if you've had a rotten day and you just need to share that with someone, I would encourage you to come in and take a look at the Welcome to the Zoo.ca forum. It's a wonderful group of daycare providers, and I would invite you to join us. So check that out. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.